Hi everybody, my name is Pibby. I am a singer-songwriter based out of Brooklyn, New York, and I just released a song called Washed Out, and I wanted to make a video to talk about the song, go through the process of writing the song, as well as some influences. I think I'm washed out. So I started writing this song in fall of 2022. I had just graduated college and moved to a city where I didn't know anyone, and I wanted to write a song about my friends, missing my friends, so I started this out by just writing on guitar. I reach for you, but I just always break shit. Know about her, but I just couldn't waste 1 minute with you being stupid and wasted. On my lips, and I know you can taste it. After writing those original lyrics and coming up with the idea of the song, I actually didn't work on it for about a year. I just wasn't feeling inspired or sure what direction I wanted to go in, so I worked on other pieces of music. What ended up happening is I moved to New York, and after I moved to New York, I recorded the guitar that is the intro of the song. After I recorded this guitar, I got re-inspired, where I started adding more and more layers on top of it. So my inspiration at the time was very much I Know the End by Phoebe Bridgers. So this song is known for having kind of a slow, sentimental beginning, and it takes the listener on a journey where there's this insane, epic breakdown in the second half of the song. So that was very much my inspiration when I was writing Washed Out. I loved the idea of making a song that made a journey for the listener, because my experience was very much a journey, and at that time I was very nostalgic but excited for the future, so I kind of wanted to make a sound that captured, the feeling of moving on to a new chapter of life. A huge influence on me while I was writing this song is Ethel Cain. Ethel Cain is known for world building, and I think as an artist they've really set the stage for what it's like to build a world. Also, Ethel Cain's vocal effects I think are really magical. There's that distorted, sometimes auto-tuned way of capturing their voice that kind of creates this magical effect where it actually complements the voice. I think a lot of times we think auto-tune and it means immediately disconnecting with your audience, and you don't have that level of vulnerability. So I wanted to tie that in and kind of create this atmosphere, almost heavenly sound, which to me sounds like you're saying goodbye. This song kind of broke the mold of usual songwriting for me. Usually I write everything on guitar and then I translate that to production. But for this song, the songwriting and production were tied, so I would produce part of it and have it inspire the rest of the song. But the chorus of this song took me the longest to write. I actually wrote the chorus last, and it was kind of like a puzzle where I had all these pieces of the song. I had the verses, I had the outro, the intro figured out, so kind of finding the perfect chorus to fit in was challenging. But I was able to find it, and it's definitely my favorite part of the song. I kind of just wrote it. I felt like the words found me. It fit perfectly into the song. I also added kind of these layers of harmony on the comeback parts of the song, and those are very much inspired by Clairo, specifically the song Forever. I couldn't stop listening to that song while I was writing specifically the chorus. So a huge inspiration for the outro of this song is Mother by Florence and the Machine. This song has an incredible outro, and I drew a lot of elements from this song. What I really love about Florence and the Machine and their songwriting is that they can paint these worlds and build these worlds, whereas the raw emotion really shines through. So with the outro of Washed Out, I really wanted to lean into the world I was building. And in my mind, there was, synths and weird sounds and kind of drawing from psychedelic rock and all these other elements. So I definitely leaned into that. I was listening to Champagne Supernova by Oasis. as well as Pink Floyd's entire Dark Side of the Moon album. I also really love $20 by Boy Genius, which was released around the time that I started writing this song. But all of these songs, I think, do such a great job of kind of activating your imagination because they bring you into these worlds and these dreamscapes. So that was a huge inspiration for when I was writing this song, and especially the outro, I wanted it to just be this explosion of sound. Another huge inspiration to me while I was writing this song is all of Lord's Solar Power album. I loved the sound design of this album, and to me, the idea of Washed Out had this super summery feel to it, which is what Solar Power did so well. Another huge thing about this world building element is visuals, and I wanted to make a visualizer. And I did this with a $5 camcorder I got from Amazon, and it definitely takes grainy videos, but what I did was I took a lot of videos of myself dancing, being really fun, kind of looking moody in some, and I overlaid that with videos of flowers, videos of the sky. I really wanted to celebrate, the visuals of Lana Del Rey's early projects, and I also loved, the early Y2K editing, specifically from the TV show Skins. So if anyone's familiar with, the title sequence from Skins, that's also a huge influence into what I was thinking of when I created this visualizer. But I was able to kind of overlay everything, and I think it really captures the vibe of the song, and I'm really proud of, the nostalgic atmosphere. And I'm also really glad I have a way that people can see the lyrics as well as the visuals. I think it's kind of the most complete form of storytelling I can do as a musical artist. So definitely check out the visualizer. I think you'll enjoy it if you like, any of the artists I mentioned in this video. And yeah, that's just a look inside my songwriting process, specifically for the song Washed Out. If you like the song, please save it, add it to Spotify playlists. As a small artist, I am constantly battling the algorithm and constantly looking for ways to get more visibility into my music. So if you like the song, please save and also follow my account. There's lots more music coming, lots more content that will be getting posted. So thank you for your time today, and I hope you enjoy it.